Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're doing the weekly read for the week of December 14th through 20th, 2025 for all water signs. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So let's see what's going on for all you water signs out there for this upcoming week. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because there'll be a lot of people watching this, so it might resonate with you, it might not. And please hit that like button so that other water signs will see this video and that it will get out to them. It also helps the channel to grow when you hit the like button. So please hit that like button. And please hit subscribe so that you get future videos that I put out. I do these element weeklies come out every Friday. The general weekly comes out for the whole collective on Saturdays, but I also do like special readings as well, like astrology report, and I do the monthly, mid-monthly, so you'll get all those if you hit subscribe. So, all right, let's see what's going on this week coming up. So, what is the energy for water signs for the week of December 14th through 20th, 2025? I heard thinking about things. I don't know what that means yet. We'll find out. So, are you thinking about things, water sign? Thinking about things. So, what is the energy for water signs? All right, for the week of 14th through 20th. I'm also hearing deep thoughts, pondering, deep meditation. So we'll see what that all means. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, we got the Tower, we got the Devil, we got the Three of Pentacles, the Fool. Okay. Nine of Wands. We got the Five of Cups, the King of Wands. Ooh, this is a heavy. Oh, I'm feeling this energy for y'all water signs. This is like heavy, heavy energy. So, in the past, you were in some kind of like partnership with somebody. Now, it could very well have been a work related partnership because you see they're like working together. He's a guild member. I think, yeah, it looks like he's working on that building and they're talking to him. So there was some kind of partnership. Could very well be at work, doesn't have to be. It could be personal, um, like in your personal life. But there was definitely a foundation here between you and this person. Like you were in some kind of partnership and you were working together towards a common goal and working together in some capacity, whether it's in your personal life or like a work related project or something like that, but you're definitely working together. And it's like there was a foundation here. So I think you've known this person for quite some time. If it's like a coworker, it's somebody that you've known for a while, a couple years. If it's in your personal life, it could be a relationship that you've had for many years. But you've known them for a while. You've been working with them on like a project or just working together in general on goals. But you had a foundation with this person, so you've known them for a while. But I feel, but that's in the past energy. So this is what's kind of has been going on leading up to the 14th of December. So, but currently, I feel like that's all blowing up. So something happened with this person, with this, partnership that you had with this person, and it's like it's blowing up. I don't know what happened. But it could be if it's a personal relationship, it could be, you're getting a divorce and the relationship ended. Or if it's a job situation, it could be you find out something, something happens that breaks up this partnership. But I feel like that partnership's, kind of coming to an end, has come to an end, or it's coming to an end right now because this is the current energy. So something happened to blow up this partnership. And then the situation is you find out that their intentions are not positive. So it's kind of like you find out that, what maybe they were doing stuff like, say if it's a coworker at work or someone you had a project with or you're working on something at work, maybe they did not maybe they were doing things to sabotage like your efforts in the partnership, or maybe they were trying to take credit for you know what your part of it is, whatever work you put into it. They're trying to take credit for your work, or it's like their intentions were not good. They had negative intentions about it. They were like maybe trying to get one up on you or trying to make you look bad, or, like they were trying to, I'm hearing they were trying to keep you small. Like they were trying to elevate themselves at your expense is what I'm hearing. And it could be if it's a personal situation, it could be the same thing. They're trying to elevate themselves, like their ego, by keeping you small, by keeping you down, but there's been some lying and deception. I'm hearing keeping you down maybe by being deceitful about lying about something that they say you've done but you didn't do, or trying to make you look bad towards others, something like that. But they definitely had their intentions were not good. Let's put it this way. Their intentions were not good about it. They definitely wanted to harm you in that type of way, but it was all to make themselves look better. Like I said, like maybe it is to try to get credit for your work or something like that. It was all about, making you look bad, making them look at good at your expense. So I guess that's where the thinking comes from when I was shuffling, the being in deep thought, thinking, pondering, deep meditation. Yeah, because that would put you in that when you find that out. But the atmosphere that you're in is you're like ready to break free of that. You're like, you know what? I'm just going to move forward and just do me, and just, it's like you're just going to um, go with the flow, go with the energy. You've got everything you need to do it. You've got all your tools, just like he does in this card. So it's like, you see, he's getting ready to jump off this cliff. So it's just like, you're just going to go for it and break free out of this energy. And I feel like, okay, what I'm hearing is this tower happened because this person was not good, was trying to harm you in those ways I mentioned. They were being deceitful, they were being dishonest. And so the tower had to happen. So the tower happened to protect you, to get you out of that situation, because, back here you were in a partnership with this person and you had no idea that they had these bad intentions. You didn't know that. So the tower is like was the universe's way of protecting you and getting you out of that situation. It was a shocking change for the better for you, water signs, to get you out of that situation so that you can move forward now. And you see this is a 0 card. So it's like the beginning of a cycle. So you're leaving all this behind you. You're leaving, the partnership behind and all that stuff that happened. You're leaving it behind and starting a new cycle. And you're like, whatever, I'm out of here. I'm just going to go for it. But you're following your intuition and you're just kind of going where it takes you. You're just going to move forward. But this did happen to protect you, because I'm really feeling and hearing, yeah, that you did not know that this was going on. Like you didn't know that they were doing these things to harm you because it was like happening behind your back. You didn't know, but you find out. And it could be the tower happens because you find out. And that's what breaks up the relationship, the partnership with this person is, you find out what their intentions truly are. And that's like, boom, that causes the tower and breaks you free from it and protects you. And you can go, start a new cycle and away from that person, away from that partnership. Yeah. But I keep hearing it happened to protect you. It was, that's why that tower happened, was to get you out of that situation and to protect you, because this is, low vibrational energy. This isn't good energy. Like their intentions towards you were not good. And so it was important to get away from it. You had to get away from it. And so the universe was protecting you. I know it might not seem that way at the time when it happened, but so I could see where you'd be in deep meditation, pondering deep thoughts, like thinking, I could see where you'd be with all that going on because this is your current energy. So this is all like just now happening. That's all your current energy. And I feel like now that you've found this out about their true intentions and the tower happened, you're like, look, you're ready to like start a new cycle and get out of that situation and just kind of do what's best for you and get out of it. So you're moving forward. So in the near future, you had to, it's like you've been through a lot with this situation. Like this wasn't easy for you to go through. Finding that out in the tower was rough on you. So in the near future, it's like you're still going to be healing, is what I'm hearing from whatever, from that experience. So it's coming up, like it's just now happening, the tower, and the devil card's just happening now. So in the near future is the time you're going to take time to heal. Now, you're not quite, you want to start a new cycle. You want to go for it, but it hasn't quite, it hasn't happened yet because you got to close it out first. So you got to finish out closing out of that partnership but I feel like you're going to take that time to heal. And I'm hearing healing. And I'm seeing somebody like sleeping, meditating, you know, um, taking a walk through the woods. That's what I'm seeing in my mind. So it's like, it's what they're showing me. So it's kind of like you're going to take this time while, you're coming to the end and finishing out that partnership. Cause I feel like there's like some things you have to do to clear out that cycle, like tie up loose ends about it. So as you're doing that, you're going to be really focused on your healing and taking care of yourself, which is good. That's very good. So it's like you've been through a lot and see how he's all beat up and he's got like his clothes are ruffled and he's got bandages on him. It's like this wasn't easy going through this. This wasn't easy. And you're feeling you're going to need some time to heal, but I feel like it was hard on you, so that's why you have to heal because you're feeling kind of beat up and exhausted, but you're almost at the 10, so you're almost at the very end of clearing out that cycle. So internally, spirit wise, energetically, you feel like this, like you're ready, like I'm done with this, I want to start a new cycle. But that new cycle can't come in until heal, until you do the healing and close out this old cycle. So there's still some things you have to do with the old cycle to finish it out, is what I'm hearing. And I see like a finishing out, I'm seeing like an old book, like a medieval type book, that time period, and it's got and it's like being shut, closing it out. Boom. And I hear it going boom as it closes. So it's like you're clearing, cleaning it out, finishing up this cycle and closing it out. But in the meantime, you're healing. And this is in the near future, water signs. So this hasn't happened yet. Because I feel like you're still kind of going through the chaos of the tower and all that. Like you're going through that right now. That's hitting right now. So in the near future, you're going to do the healing. And this has been very hard. This is one of the advice cards I've had. I mean, there's been a lot of like regret, sadness. I mean, this hasn't been easy because I'm hearing you really trusted this person, and it's such a big letdown for you. It's kind of like, how it is when you really trust somebody and they betray you. It's such a jolt to your system, it's such a letdown and it's really hard to handle. It takes a while to really get through those feelings and I feel like you've really trusted this person because you've worked with them for a long time and you've really trusted them. And it's like such a shock to your system when you find this stuff out. And so you've been, it was sad. It was hard. I mean, you're going through it and there's some regret, like, why did I get involved? Like, you're like, why did I, trust this person so much? Why did I give them so much of my energy and time? Like there could be some of that going on, like that type of regret, thinking those type of thoughts. But it's like, you're going through this process and you're, looking at what has happened, not what you still have. but you've been focusing on what you've lost and like that friendship with this person or the partnership and what happened. And you're like focusing on, like you've been focusing on, it's been very hard. Like you're focusing on the sadness, like the betrayal and how, I mean, you're just feeling very sad. Like, how can they do that? Why would they do that? So you definitely are doing deep thinking, just like when I was shuffling. You're definitely doing some deep meditative thinking, really pondering, because it's like you're trying to mentally figure it all out. Like, why would they do this? What was the purpose? You're trying to handle that betrayal of that person because it was a shock to you when you found out what their true intentions were and what was really going on behind the scenes. And it's like, and it's going to take you, what I'm hearing is it's going to take you a while to recover from this. So don't really kind of rush through this. Like, allow yourself to process those emotions and go through them, and don't try to rush, because that's part of your healing that I was talking about. Like, this is part of your healing. It's not just, physically, but the stress and stuff, but it's also mentally. Like, allow yourself time to, like, acknowledge your feelings and work through them and think about it. Like, don't rush through it, because it was a big jolt to your system, because you really like this person and you were close to them. So it's going to be hard to handle for a little bit, at first. So allow yourself time to kind of heal from that mentally. And you could very well be dealing with the King of Wands. This is the other advice card, but I'm hearing, okay, let's pull 2 cards on this. So the King of Wands, 2 clarifiers, please, for the King of Wands. Angels, archangels. 2, please. Thank you. Oh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, this could very well be the person that you're dealing with, that you had the partnership with, is this King of Wands energy. And I feel like, yeah, something big was happening. It's like, see how the judgment, and they're coming up, and that the angel is doing the horn. I feel this ties in with the Tower card. It's like the divine and your spirit guides and angels, archangels, they were helping you with this situation. It's like they were bringing in, something big was happening that you didn't know about, right? Like, this was all going on, you didn't know about their true intentions and stuff in this partnership. And so while that was happening, the light, um, the divine and our angels, archangels, they were working on stuff. Like, it's kind of like parallel. Like, this is going on and you don't know about it. But at the same time that's going on, you don't know about it. The divine archangels, your spirit guides, they were setting things up to make that tower happen. So it's kind of like things were going on behind the scenes. Um, that allowed that tower to happen so that you would be made aware of it and get out of the situation. Because remember earlier in the reading, I said it happened for your benefit, to protect you. So they were doing this to protect you. And it's like, and this is you. You're in that Queen of Cups energy. And you've got like a big heart. Like, you're a very loving person. You've got a big heart and you're very trusting. And so you spend a lot of time in your heart chakra and your emotions, and you are a water sign, so that makes sense that that's how you would be. And you're a loving person. It's like you weren't seeing the signs, you weren't seeing the deception, you weren't seeing it. And part of it is because of just who you are as a person, because you're just so loving and trusting and kind, and you have all those attributes of a Queen of Cups. But the queen, she's also confident and wise, but it's like, because emotions were involved and you trusted this person so much, like, you didn't see, there might have been signs of what their true intentions were, but you didn't see them because of your heart. And so it's like the divine had to kind of step in, and bring that tower to pass. But it was like building up to the tower. Like, they were laying things in place for the tower to happen to protect you, if that makes sense. They were building, like, something big's happening in the background, it was like happening to and then that's like that horn blew and then the tower happened. But it was like they were working on it to free you from that situation. Because you notice when he blows the horn, they come up out of their graves and they're free. So it's like it was to free you from that situation. So I do feel like the person that you're dealing with, and they could be a fire sign because this is a fire sign card, but does they don't have to be. But it's like I feel like they were, this is that person that you were dealing with from the past. But if their intentions were negative, they would have the negative attributes of the King of Wands. So it's kind of like instead of, they were taking action for themselves. I'm hearing self-centered, egotistical, they were doing what they could to help themselves at your expense. I keep hearing that. And like taking advantage of you in this partnership, but you didn't know it, you didn't see it. So they have the negative attributes of the King of Wands. So it looks like you've been through some like intense stuff, water signs. It looks like it's really intense for you right now, for some of you that this resonates with. But I feel like, just remember this tower happened to protect you, to get you away from this low vibrational energy that was harming you. It was important for you to get away from that. So you could start this new beginning, but make sure you do your healing. Make sure you go through the healing, because I feel like there's a lot of mental healing that needs to go on because of the betrayal and the sadness, and there's a sense of regret. You have to go through all those emotions and allow yourself time to heal. But I feel you really are a very loving, kind, strong person, and that's why the universe stepped in to help you get out of that, because it's like I'm hearing you can do so much good for the world because your heart is so big and you're so loving and kind that that energy is needed. And you had to get out of that situation and away from that negative energy, because now when you start this new beginning, you can focus more on your positive attributes. Like you're going to get into a higher vibration. And because when you're around negative energy like that, it holds us down. It keeps our vibration low. But now that you're free from it, it's going to allow you to, I'm hearing you're going to be able to manifest more, and and good things are going to come your way. You're going to be able to, because that negative energy was blocking you from being able to really manifest like you want to, or to manifest, like for good things to come in, and that's why it had to be removed, because your energy is needed in the world. It's like your high vibrational loving energy is needed, because I'm hearing there's people that you need to touch, like energetically. There's people out there that you're going to be a good influence on, and that you need to touch emotionally, like your energy. And you're going to have a positive influence on these people, but you need to have your vibration high. You need to grow, and you had to get out of that old situation because it was holding you down like an anchor, and it was keeping you from fulfilling your mission, from fulfilling your purpose, from getting out there in the world and being the kind, loving person that you are, and having that positive effect on people. Because the world is changing to a loving, high vibrational world. And so we need people like you, water sign, that have those attributes to go out there and really shine your light to other people, in your energy and your loving disposition. So I feel like you had to be freed from that low vibrational, because it's like now it's time for you to shine and shine your light out to other people. And I'm hearing, you remember there's that one story, or couple, I guess it's a couple verses in the Bible. I don't remember where it's at in the Bible, but it's like, don't hide your candle under a bushel. So I'm seeing like an old time candlestick with a candle and it's lit, and I'm seeing a basket. Like, like it was hiding the light, and then I see the basket moving away from the light, and now the candle's shining brightly in the room. So it's like that basket that was kind of smothering your light was this situation that you were in. And it's like, and it's now the universe, divine's taking that basket away for you, from you so that now your light can fully shine out in the whole room. So that's the analogy they're showing me. So I feel like even though you're going through a rough time right now, water signs, things are going to get better. So just hang in there. I know it hasn't been easy, and I can definitely feel it with this card. I can feel the sadness in that card for you. So things have not been easy, but it is going to get better. And being away from this negative, low vibrational energy is going to be so much better for you. Like you're going to feel it. And maybe you already are feeling it, but you're going to, once you get away from that energy, you're going to feel so much better and things are going to be so much better. So that's what I have for you, water signs, for the week of the 14th through 20th. So just hang in there. I mean, things are going to get better. Just make sure you do your healing and take care of yourself, and don't shortchange it. Don't rush that process. Let it do it. Let it fulfill itself naturally in a timely manner. And that's what I have for you. Hope you have a good day. See you soon. Bye bye.